Each one of you is very much awake and present. This is something that we have to all do even more better each time. You see, every one of us wants the other to be present to us. When we speak, we want them to listen, we want them to understand, we want them to cooperate with us, don't we? So you are aware of this. Can you do the same for the others? Because in the commandment to love, it is said, love your neighbor as yourself. Just as you want them to be present to you, you be present to them. And when you start giving them, you'll get 100-fold back. That kind of equation we don't do. So be aware of this. Now, God also wants us not only to live for ourselves, because we belong to Him, and He wants to do something through us. He prepares us, He does everything for us, and He wants our cooperation. But we know we are thinking only in our own way. Now when Jonah was told, you have seen the last 3 days, he runs away. Whale spits him out, okay, then he goes back. He's afraid. He's afraid to talk to his own people. You know, when people are living in sin, you can't talk to them. They'll get angry, they'll destroy you. Because that's what sin does. So you're afraid of that. But God tells him, go, I will put my words into your mouth. It's not your words that they will heed. They will listen to my words through you. And they changed from the king to the animals. They all sat in sackcloth. They repented. God had mercy on them. Now he is angry. He says, we all feel like him. We'll say, let him get, the beating. Let God punish him. That's what all of us say. That's how we are. We are not compassionate like God is. Why is God like that? If your part, one of your body does something, are you going to take a knife and finish it off? You're hurting your own self. That is what God is doing, He is having mercy and compassion on us. He doesn't want Him to be hurt through each one of us. When we sin, we are hurting Him. So have a look at this. This is the vision, this is the perception that we need to have. He's compassionate to His own. These are all His. They're all part of His body. And that's why He is taking care. The right hand will take care of the left hand. The left hand cannot take care of itself. It needs another part. That's how it is. Be aware of this. Let us be realistic, not live in our head. In our head, a lot of things happen, but they're not real. We need to make it more pragmatic, realistic. That's how we will be able to reach out. He says, they don't know their left hand from the right hand. They're not living with awareness, but I am aware of them. And when we start living with awareness, my dear sisters and brothers, all of us, take note of this. We are living too much in our minds or in our feelings. We are not real. We are aware of what is happening in our mind. We are aware of what is happening in our feelings. But they should not be controlling us. We are in communion with God. And God must control our lives. He must lead us. And that is how it is said, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. May your name be praised. Thy kingdom come. Not our kingdom. We are building our kingdom for God. No. God is building His kingdom through us, and we need to cooperate with Him. And do you know, we are every day asking for this. Forgive us our sins as we forgive others. Do we forgive others? How do we forgive them? That's the same treatment we are asking for us. Every day, how many times we may be saying the Our Father? But we are putting ourselves into the same danger. But why are we not able to forgive them? Because we are not living with the same idea as the Lord has put it into us. That all of us are part of His body, and we in each other are reaching out to His body in the other. That is the way we have to see ourselves. That is what, today on the 11th, the council had begun, Second Vatican Council. And so they began something new. Until today, it's over 50 years, but we have not yet begun to live this completely. And now again, there is a council that is meeting in Rome. They're going to also pronounce, not by themselves, but guided by the Spirit of the Lord. And the pronouncements are always wonderful. They are really coming from God Himself to us. And the church is always constantly renewing itself. Nowhere does it happen like this. Look at the pronouncement that the popes do, and Pope Francis especially. He lives completely not for himself, but completely in union with God. And that is what all of us are also doing. What I'm saying is, let us do it more intensely. And how will you do it? Always what Jesus has said, for me at least, that makes sense. Remain in me as I remain in you. He is remaining in us all the time at each breath. We cannot live without the breath. And that's what it is. He is life. The life we live is the life of Jesus. And it is in this body so that we can see, know, and love as He loves us. Why are we created? Catechism, to know God, to experience His love so that we can be His love to love as I have loved you. That is how He has said it to us. So my dear sisters and brothers, let us spend some time now, hold our hands like this, keep our back straight, close our eyes, and at every breath, Jesus is in us. We are not even aware of the complicated body that we have and all the different parts and cells and organs, how wonderfully they are working. And He is the one who is doing it. Let us surrender everything to Him so that we give Him the control of our life. It is said, cast everything onto the Lord. At every breath, do that. In His name, get it out of your system, because without His name, you will not be able to do it. You can do it, but it is much easier when we do it in Jesus' name. The demons will flee. We have seen this. It is all there in the scriptures. Lord, may each one of us be truly centered on You and not on ourselves. And during this offertory, we surrender all the gifts that You have given us, and we also surrender all the evil things that we have accumulated, because we can't get rid of them. It's only by Your mercy and compassion that we can be set free, as You did it to the people of Nineveh and even to Your instrument Jonah.